Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah, bismillah, Allahu Akbar. All praises and thanks is due to Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Today our topic is going to be based on how our life is being, taken according to the current stuff that is happening to us. There happened a guy who questioned that my brother, I have sinned a lot. I've done a lot of stuffs. I have made different kind of sins that I feel like I'm the worst of all mankind. Do you have an advice that you can help me such that I can feel better? I can feel that I'm next to Allah Azza wa Jal. Brothers and sisters, there is just a simple task that you have to do. There is no big deal apart from that. I want you to know that what separates Islam from other religion is that there are no middlemen. You who is listening to this, whatever kind of sin that you have done, however great it is, or whatever kind of sin it is, wherever place you are, whatever thing that you have done, you have to know that Allahu Ghafurur Rahim. The Almighty Allah is oft forgiving. You just raise your hand up from wherever you are and tell your Lord, tell your Allah Azza wa Jal, I have done this and this, and please forgive me, and I promise not to do it again. That is what's called tawbah. Whenever you make tawbah in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, the truth is that Allah will forgive if He wills, and He is the oft forgiving. He will forgive whatever great the sin can be, brothers and sisters, except one which we'll look later. Don't feel ashamed, don't feel deprived, don't feel discouraged with what kind of sin you have done. Some people, whenever they do their sins, they feel like they are far away from God, and it prevents them from doing good things, prevents them from going to mosque and pray, prevents them from being good to others. That is very wrong. Even though you are in your deepest part of the sin that you are doing, you should not stop doing the good. For example, I'm not trying to say this is good, not haram. I'm not trying to say it is something good, but I'm just picking it as an example. For example, someone who smokes, you see, it is something which is haram. It is not good. You should not smoke. It's a disgusting sin that you do. No one even admires it. But even though you are under a sin, that sin is an addiction, which is to be stopped. But to stop that, it is a gradual thing that you will do. You don't need to you can't rush to it like this, blah, I've stopped smoking. I know there are people who are addicted, so that's why it's like a gradual change to prevent that addiction. So in that process of yours that you are trying to stop that thing which is disgusting, it should not stop you from praying. It should not stop you from giving zakah. It should not stop you from fasting. It should not stop you from doing any kind of good ibadah. Brothers and sisters, I want you to know that Allah loves everyone. Allah Azza wa Jal loves everyone, and He forgives every kind of sin that you might have think it's big. Wherever you are, just raise your hand up. You don't need to read a book to be forgiven. You don't need to go to a mashaykh to be forgiven your sin. You don't need to go to any other individual to be forgiven your sin. You don't need to open any chapter to be forgiven your sin. It's not like that. Wherever you are, whoever you are, no matter the condition you are in, just raise your hand up wherever you are. Raise your hand up and tell Ya Allah, I have done this and this, forgive me. And that's done. Leave the rest to Allah. Leave the rest